anyone doing anything tonight that I might be interested in? Is anyone freaking out right now? Is anyone boning a duck? I like to sometimes put on airs for people. I like to put on airs and I like to put on sort of Belle Biv DeVoe. Well, folks, tonight we're going to take a look at the Arcanum. And we're going to see a video inside of virtual reality. So strap on, strap in. We're going to sort of explore that together. And you can prepare to get your sort of wigwam handed to you. Now, when last we met here in the Arcanum, I had just recently developed this sort of Cyclops blast that allows me to sort of destroy everything. So this will sort of come in handy in the future, because when I see an enemy, for example, one of my examples here on the table that I was showing you a few weeks ago, oh shit. Uh-oh. Well, I screwed up my calibration already. Isn't that a shitter? Is everyone still with me? Give you a little bit of a laser blast. What's interesting is that, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I'm able now to be able to watch episodes of Dark of the Night in virtual reality. So that'll be part of what we do tonight. Why don't I go ahead and... I've got to actually swap out the battery on one of my controllers here. But these controllers, they take a certain voltage. And if you don't use the correct voltage, then controller doesn't work. Hope you're all having a good evening out there tonight. It's Monday, so if you've got a case of the Mondays, well, I understand. There's a Jimmy Buffett song called Come Monday. It'll be all right. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. Oh, grab this lightsaber here. Sometimes you just gotta start the day off with a little bit of lightsaber practice. You know what I mean? And I managed to change this up so that we've got a sort of a fancier hilt here. I need to change this. Shit. Let's see. Let's see. I hope you're all doing great out there tonight. La 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 la. You know, there's sort of a secret. The secret of the ooze, as some might call it. But you know, my arsenal of weaponry is coming along. Although it pisses me off that sometimes I can't grab this stupid lightsaber. So as I was mentioning before, I managed to change the hilt on this thing so it's a little bit more cybernetic, and now we've got the lightsaber, but I have to add the glow to this so that it becomes a truly formidable weapon. Oh, it would be nice to have some sort of an inventory where I can keep all my weaponry. I don't know why this is shooting out sort of multiple. Can you see that this is shooting out like multiple bullets? That doesn't seem like... I feel like that's not really what should be happening. Although, you know, I mean, if you were chasing down if you were in a standoff situation and you were shooting a gun that shot multiple bullets, I mean, you'd have a better chance of hitting someone. Let's see if anyone is actually watching this right now. 4 viewers. Okay, well, that's something. So as I mentioned before, I do have a episode of Dark of the Night that we could be watching currently. So why don't I go ahead and turn that on? and we can see what happens. So the self-referentiality here is quite interesting because, you know, now you're watching me watching myself within sort of a virtual world. So that was a mistake. We did not intend to do multiple versions of the intro, but that's just sort of the way it played out. Yeah, Unopposed Beetle, thank you for joining me tonight, watching this episode of Dark of the Night. Now, I feel like I looked pretty good back during this time. I feel like my face has gotten sort of more leathery since this episode aired. It's a little depressing to think about all the, at this time we were off the air for a long time. We had just moved into the studio and we were full of vim and vigor and we were enthused that things were moving forward. And it's odd to find ourselves out of a studio again. You kind of just wish that things would sort of move forward in life, right? As opposed to moving two steps forward, one step back. You know, we really don't get into too many more headlines these days. Um, Just like to use this demon as target practice. I'm glad we're all here watching the episode right now because sometimes I like to kind of simulate just coming up to one of these Clargasians, putting a gun to its head, and then just sort of challenging it. Let's see. Skin Slip. Well, hello. Hello, Skin Slip. I'm just here sort of about to pop a cap in this alien's brain. So now that I've got a few things cooking, Skin Slip, I don't know if you've seen my power flame that's shooting from my skull socket. Sort of a neat new toy that I've been playing with here. What I really need to start thinking about is, now that I've got sort of the building blocks of the environment set up, is how to make the best possible danger room for simulating a war with, well, the final war. And so I've got to start to think about, I bought the empty apartment. I've got the big screen TV here with the old episodes of Dark of the Night playing. And I've just got to kind of think, okay, what else do I want in here? So if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see, I'd be interested to hear. But I think, first of all, I would like the ability to control this TV a little bit better. Be able to pause it or make it stop, whatnot. I need the ability to sort of reset all these creatures and gadgets and maybe some sort of grappling hook type situation. Or a tractor beam. So why don't I start a running list? So let's see here. It's amazing watching these old episodes. Alex and I were full of piss and vinegar. And I mean loads of piss. Believe you me. Okay, so if I'm going to start kind of fine-tuning the environment here, we want the ability to control this TV a little bit better. Let's see, control TV. I need the ability to sort of reset all my weapons and whatever. Reset weapons. What else? Reset everything, really. Oh, no, a grappling hook. That's what I want. Or a tractor beam. Oh, this is the episode, by the way, where Alex and I revealed that we were abducted and probed, which is true. And one of these days, I may sort of recreate that sort of probing that Alex and I experienced here in the Arcanum. As painful as it is, I believe that facing your nightmares head on is part of the catharsis that heals. So that is something to work on. So, okay, so we need the ability to grapple these objects or a tractor beam to pull them back. Um, what else? Uh, grappling hook, tractor beam. We need some target practice. We need some stuff around here for me to shoot that's moving. Some maybe some Sasquatches or some gray aliens sort of running around. I mean, it's fine having these scalable toys that I've got to kind of shoot, but they're basically just big bean bags. I need actually some moving creatures that are running around that I can target. Let's see. Different environments. Perhaps a cemetery of some sort. That would be probably the most helpful thing, is to have some sort of different environments to run around in. Also, sound, I think, is important because when my laser blasts are sort of firing out of my face, I definitely needed to hear the roar, hear the energy. When I'm holding my 44 Magnum, shooting for some reason 3 bullets at the same time, I want to hear. I want to hear that gunshot. Look at these guys. Are these not good-looking guys? I mean, I'm telling you what. I don't know why we don't have a couple of Emmys by now. If you're out there watching tonight, hello. I hope that you know, I hope that everything that you're wanting out of this broadcast is coming to pass. Well, folks, I feel like I've accomplished a heck of a lot here tonight, which, I mean, one might say I've accomplished nothing, which is also fair and also true. But I hope you've enjoyed me watching myself, and maybe you've learned a little something along the way. Well, folks, I hope you'll tune in on Wednesday for Dark of the Night proper. And until then, arcane you, and I will cane you.